Hey fellow vegans, I hope you're doing great. Today let's talk about the symptoms of B12 deficiency in males. So today I'm going to explain you exactly what B12 is, if you need to supplement it on a regular basis, and what the B12 symptoms are that you need to avoid by regular supplementation, if that is the case or not. Okay? So just give me a couple of minutes of your time. I'm going to explain you exactly those things. This is especially relevant if you're a fellow vegan, like I am. I'm vegan since 6 years. So just give me a couple of minutes of your time, and you're gonna have this part of your life covered. So let's just jump right into it. The first thing that we need to understand, we kind of need to have the right mindset about supplementation. And I have this a lot with especially like vegans. They tell me that they think supplementation is not natural. Supplementation is not something that they need to be considered doing. Like normally, if a diet is complete, then they should get all nutrients from the diet, not from supplementation. And this is certainly correct. But the problem is just that we live in unnatural times. You know, I have the saying that modern problems require modern solutions. So B12 was originally found in the soil and the water supply. But the problem was that also cholera was found in the water supply. And cholera is a quite serious disease. So what governments did, just like 50 years ago, I think the US was a little bit later than the European governments, they sanitized the water supply, which means they killed off the bad bacteria that created cholera, but they also killed off the good bacteria, which gave us vitamin B12. So that's why vitamin B12 supplementation right now is necessary if you're a vegan. The reason animals have, like factory farmed animals in general, have vitamin B12 in their skeletal muscle tissue, which people eat, is because this vitamin B12 was supplemented to them too. Okay, so factory farmed animals actually get vitamin B12 supplementation, which is just cut out the middleman, get the vitamin B12 supplementation for yourself. Now the thing is, let's talk about the symptoms of B12 deficiency. What you need to understand is when you get a blood test, which you should regularly do, at least every year, better every 6 months, to make sure that your health is on track. If you have your B12 can be still in the normal range, but be actually lower than optimal. This is something to be considered. So if your doctor tells you, hey, your B12 is in a normal range, but for example your red blood cells are a little bit low, might be iron. It could be that your B12 is actually a little bit too low, but and then it's causing like anemia or like low red blood cells. In your case, this is something you need to be considered. Why is this the case? Oftentimes in those reference ranges, if there's such a thing as like a chronic deficiency, if most people don't have enough vitamin B12, then this is considered as normal. But in reality, you need to make sure that you have a sufficient amount of vitamin B12 so you can function properly. So this is something important to consider. So be on the safe side. You know, it's better to be supplementing vitamin B12, which is a water-soluble vitamin, so it has very little risks involved if you do supplement, but huge benefits and like huge asymmetry in your life at this point. So it makes sense to supplement vitamin B12 just to be on the safe side. And the third thing that need to be considered is the vitamin B12 deficiency symptoms in males. I'm speaking more for myself, but this also applies for females, certainly. So there's a couple of symptoms that I found out with, which are all neurological in origin. So these are signs that something is wrong with your nervous system, which can be caused by vitamin B12 deficiency. One of those is difficulty balancing. So you can't have a balance for a very long time. You have memory lapses, so which means you forget stuff. You have brain fog. You can't think properly. It takes you very long to find the word that you're trying to speak. You have tingling of extremities. So for example, your feet are tingling. Depression, mania, fatigue, and psychosis. So all symptoms regarding with your mental state of mind. If any of these apply to you, get a blood test. Make sure that your B12 is in the higher reference range. Supplement vitamin B12, methylcobalamin a day, 1,000 micrograms. Better if you have deficiency, you can get a shot, like this from a doctor for your vitamin B12. Or like the best case is you get a shot. of vitamin B12. That's like the best case to supplement it. The semi-best case is you get a sublingual spray. I never got a shot. I always have like a pill or a sublingual spray. And the third option is to get a tablet. And all of those supplement options, especially like the tablet, is like $3 a month or so. So really, it's not that expensive when you consider, especially when you consider the downsides of B12 supplementation if you don't do it, so to speak. Okay, so this was just a very quick video about vitamin B12. I really hoped it helped you in your journey. If it did, smash the like button. Make sure this channel stays in good favor of YouTube algorithm gods. Subscribe to this channel if you want to see more videos just like this. And if you want to get coached by me, I'm a vegan fitness coach. I help vegans get in the best shape of their life. You can watch my free training if you click the link in the description and schedule a free call with me if you decide to do so, if this is of interest to you. Okay guys, wish you a very nice day. See you next time.